What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Are you ready for this?
Black Air Force Energy.
I'm retired, but still coolin' with my family and myself. Put cheese streets up on the shelf, still moving stealth. I'm way where I stay, double OG, skin glow with the glisten. That's how you know you see me. I'm the wave of the future, passed it on to my past. Coolin' with my nephew, not a mic I shall pass. Just caught the mic, feel like it came off the glass. I got scriptures in my head, trying to sleep, can't go to bed. Route running, got my tide, but I do it for the bread. Yes, 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 we them kings, we no county. If you talk a bunch of shit, we put your get on a stake and your life on it. Bounty PGDC, we staking big green. Yes, I am the big dog, no fleas, chill, ceiling like villains, smoking green, crunchy gremlins. This is OG and nephew, I'm the ghost with most. Let's go, go.
All right, mic check 1 2. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy kicked off the right way. I apologize dearly. Let's go ahead and do it. I ain't gonna hold us. Let's get back to it. We're gonna restart our warm up, the whole nine. And let's do this the right way, man, because I was real disappointed in that. I didn't like that first start. So let's go ahead and do it again. The show must go on. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 10:35 p.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful, oh so warm Thursday spring evening. Let's rock out.
Okay, so I've been getting my ass handed to me all day. Well, not all day, but for a few hours now. And I heard beep, 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 beep. And so I was only standing in the cafeteria, but I still heard it. So I just grabbed my Cheetos. And I was like, let me get on up here because it's time for third rounds. And I got to get it done.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Let me get ahead of the game. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
All right, now. So with that right there, the main thing that I was speaking about earlier, I want you to recognize how still, now I wonder, and I'm going to ask the question again, fellas, would you hit? I mean, yeah, she has a prosthetic arm and everything, but would you still give her a chance? Would you date her? Would you actually pursue and court this woman, considering she has a prosthetic arm? Or do you look at it like, nah, shorty is a burden? Do you see where I'm at? Automatically, we really get to thinking that somebody is some form of fashion a burden because they actually, had a circumstance that happened to them. Now, let's just reiterate briefly so we can move forward. It's not about necessarily the body in its totality. It's the mind. When game is really over is when you're a vegetable. That's when game's over. As long as you can function and still make decisions for yourself the whole nine, the game is far from over. As a matter of fact, like I said before, there are things that I learned about myself that I didn't know before. I didn't realize how far my capabilities extended until I had my accident. Believe it or not. There are a lot of things I never knew I could do until I was put in the position to do so. There are a lot of things I didn't realize mentally I had the strength and fortitude to be able to go through and process until I was in that position. You smell me now? That's where we are with it. Respect. Welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse _ 301. Let's go ahead and get to this bad boy right here. You smell me now? So now what I want to do is boom. Let's go ahead, add up the, you know what I'm saying? Let's add up the page. Let's go to the history. Now let's do this the right way. I don't know what I pushed the last time that got this thing to tripping and launching, but we're gonna go ahead and do this the right way. Now, what I want to talk about to start it off with, what I want to talk about to start it off with is masculinity. Now, again, let's just go ahead and go back to it. I am a firm believer in masculinity. I am somebody who does believe that we are to be of traditional men. And I don't mean traditional as far as relationships go. I mean traditional as far as you as an individual human, you as a man. There are just certain qualities that is becoming of a man. And there are a lot of qualities that are not becoming of a man. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of the qualities that are not becoming of a man. Now let's get to it. Respect. Let's rock out.
Today we're addressing an extremely important issue.
And again, I'm going to reiterate this part too because I'm going to delete that first live because it was some bullshit. Listen, it's a damn shame that it takes an Asian to go ahead and point out all of the crazy shit that we do. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like this shit right here, but we're going to listen to it because we need to hear it. Let's go.
In the modern NBA. Back in the day, you had defensive menaces like Gary Payton, aggressive big men like Kevin Garnett, just absolute deranged competitive freaks that would impose their will on opponents. Now we have Kuzma and Cat. And I'm not no old head that's like, 90s basketball is much better. Bob Cooley better than Steph Curry. Because the basketball that was played back then is not even comparable to the skill and pace level of the NBA.
It's not about that. It's about the fact of it's a certain amount of, believe it or not, brute force is not something always that should be looked at in a negative. There are circumstances in life where brute force is necessary. It's about the balance. See, back in the day, we had circumstances in the NBA when we're looking at men. We're looking at men play basketball. Let's get ready to look at this bullshit that they do now and why me and many other people do not like to watch the NBA no more, because I just can't get jiggy with this shit. Let's go.
Right now, the perfect example is the OKC Thunder. Reigning NBA champs, on pace to beat the 73-9 Golden State Warriors. They're a fast-paced team with highly skilled specialists across their entire roster, guys that can play on both ends. Absolutely ruining basketball. One of the greatest teams I've seen in my life. But they're the most zesty team we've ever seen.
Whole NBA player.
Where have you been? No.
Now, shout out. I just want to make sure that I give my respect to the letter community, because I just don't want no smoke. I'm just pointing out an observation. I just want to make it clear that I never knew that men at a certain age would act this way. That's where I am. Let's go.
Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody gonna love me quite like you.
What?
Like, just look at this. What is all that, man? That's Jalen Williams, the guy who dropped 40 points in the NBA.
Now, watch. I want y'all to really also pay attention to the fact of this Asian cat. I promise you. You want to know why he's doing this? Take how he's doing it, because I promise you, in the Asian community, listen. You got fruities in every community of life, but for some reason, we seem to want to like really highlight that aspect of life. That's the part that becomes a problem on our end. That's the part we need to stop. Let's keep going.
Finals.
What's up, G-Way? In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classic bitch.
This guy is like their second best player. This guy. He's an NBA champion, all-star, all-NBA third team, all defensive second team. This guy's nice. Well, when something like this is happening to a team, we got to go up and look at leadership. We got to.
Now, this is also a question. Are NBA players expected to be masculine? I actually wonder that. Are they expected to be of a very, very masculine form? How do like are they supposed to act like they're UFC fighters? I don't understand. I get that part, right? But I also recognize the part of outside of the NBA, right? So he's giving it from the perspective of, I thought NBA players was like Jordan and Ra and Shaq and dunking on you and doing muscles and everything else. I get that. We all know we've seen the same thing. But I really wonder, at what point do we just simply say, outside of anything, whatever they do, is this becoming of a man, period? That's where my headspace is. Let's keep going. So I see why we're looked at as so pushed over. I see why movies now put a whole lot of women in the front and in the forefront as the hero. And for some reason, we always seem to be this goofball that just don't know how to get shit together. We don't never have the answers anymore. But is the movies simply depicting what life is showing them? You see? Let's go.
Look at the head of the snake. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, NBA champion, MVP, one of the best players in basketball, also known as one of the best dressed players in basketball. All right, how can I go back and forth if I'm not really in back and forth?
Flash. Yeah. Now that you know how my eyes be, I'm rocking C's over Nike. But you know me, I'm low key. Don't say a word. Nah. And I say fly like a bird.
Do you know how men used to dance back in the day? After this, I'm gonna go to a video just like old school back in the day dances of like how we used to move, right? What the shit, man?
It's Rebecca and she bought me.
I knew there was something up with this guy when I was going through his Instagram captions, man, talking about man in the middle, right, to get us out of a pickle, so I added a nickel. These Dr. Zeus ass captions. And maybe it's the whole TikTok dance movement that has these guys have a little extra zest to them. But the team captain, the leader of this zesty movement, is by far Karl Anthony Towns.
I knew something was wrong when we came out with a dance called the Nay Nay. When I saw the movements, the body functional movements that was necessary to complete a full nay-nay, I said, yeah, it's over. That's it. I don't know what we just did, but we just blew it. We just blew it.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what basketball pose this is. I don't know when you would use this in a game. I don't know any scenario in basketball where this particular body movement is required. All right. I don't know how he does this. But off the court, Cat is interesting, considering the fact that he's a 7-foot Dominican center from New York. And
if that wasn't a creepy ass face there, boy.
Sounds like this.
It was right now. Like,
no, for sure.
It was like Jimmy versus.
After all that, Shai took him off the court to put him even closer to the locker room. So.
And you see how other races laugh at us? See, I'm playing his video for a reason. A lot of y'all, this shit gonna go way over your head, or you just not gonna catch it. It's gonna stop at a dead end. I'm playing his video for a reason. I'm telling you, other cultures, especially in like the Asian culture and stuff like that, man, they don't play that shit. Masculinity is very huge. It's the reason why he's responding to this the way he is. I really want us to pay attention to this. All right, let's keep on going. Let's just play it.
Go get him. Go get him. Yes,
Look at how they laugh at us. I promise you, I'm not playing this because I'm on his side. I'm playing this because I want you to see how other cultures look at us when we conduct ourselves a certain way, when we uplift things that we know, like, that's not becoming of a lady. That's not becoming of a man. That's not becoming of being a grown-ass adult. Let's go.
well, good practice.
So bad that he changed his entire voice for this Sunday conversation with Caleb Presley. All right, this was actually kind of not fun to watch.
But if anyone could be tall, why didn't Glennie do it?
It is a lot of hard work to be really good at something in life. And I put the work in to be good.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a whole 360 in that voice change.
At basketball. I may not be.
Did you listen to my question?
Nope.
Just because you can kind of tell that he's being reserved. He's like holding his real voice back. He's deep in it, deeper, deeper, deeper. But he can't hide in the game, all right? In the midst of the battle.
At a next level.
Oh,
Towns.
Oh my God!
Mason.
Oh, with a triple double.
Oh my God!
Single coverage. Goes right at Smith. Kind of an awkward.
That's him saying that. I ain't got nothing to say about that. That's how he expressed himself on the court. As long as you are, you know what I'm saying, top-notch athlete, I ain't got shit to say. I watch you for the basketball productivity that you're able to produce. I don't watch you for your sexual orientation, so I don't care about it in that sense. I'm speaking about how we look at masculinity. Why is it that there's a whole generation that thinks that Why is it a whole generation that thinks that the softer aspect of life is how men are supposed to conduct themselves?
Basketball skills and the fit with Jalen Brunson, but you're playing at home?
That's the funniest one. Hold on. Hey, look, I'm not saying Cat is not a good NBA player, all right? I think he's a top 8 center in the NBA. But stuff like this is infectious. You know, it can really influence the youth, particularly Jared McCain.
I don't remember Jordan, Shaq, Magic. I don't remember a Gilbert Arenas. I don't remember none of these people moving and doing stuff like this. Now, also too, like, let's just be honest. You know, the players that we were watching, it wasn't too much social media back then. It wasn't enough cameras on the back end, right? You know, so now these guys can just load up TikToks and YouTubes and Facebooks and Instagrams and all kind of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Snapchats and everything. So I get it. The dynamic is different as far as the visibility aspect is concerned. But I'm just saying, I just don't remember men doing shit like this on the court, period. And if a dude was to move like this, he's not surrounded in a circle around a bunch of other dudes. Let's just call it for what it is, man. It is what it is. And we got to talk about it how it is. Let's go. You see how the others look at us? You see? You see, like now, mind you, he's like an American ass one. I'm trying to tell you, all over the world, that shit, they like, what's wrong with y'all? And see, the thing is this. I know that we just like we want a certain amount of respect. I get that. We want that respect, but we gotta also recognize like how you. Come on now. Let's go.
We're speechless, Hubie Brown. I don't know what to say to this, man.
Girl, nasty, I've been a nasty girl. Nasty, I've been a nasty girl. Nasty, I've been a nasty, nasty, nasty.
What did he post a month ago, man? Oh, why is he walking like this, man? Like, what is this? Is this a trend? Like, what is he? Why are you looking at me like that?
Bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. She took the floor and she said.
Yeah, I can't even take that nigga singing. Anyway, what I want to get to primarily is the dress code. Let's look at the damn dress code. All right, let's look at the dress code. Look at this shit right here. Let's just go ahead and keep it from here. And we're gonna get to the next video.
I can't explain this guy. I'm just not sure about what happens in this guy's brain. I mean, look at this right here. What is that? What is he doing? What's he packing
He
up?
plays for my damn team. He played for the Wizards. So I don't claim the dude, but I'm just saying, this shit crazy.
This is diabolical, man. Oh my God. Who told him to do this? Why does he not have shoes? What is happening? I'm so confused, man. Like, this literally looks like a humiliation ritual. What is this, man? And to be honest with you guys, overall, I feel like this is really rubbing off on the fans. I feel like I started to really notice the difference in the late 2010s, particularly when a lot of the fans were talking about how thick Kyle Lowry was. If you just search up Kyle Lowry on Twitter, the first result that you get.
You know, another thing I hate like shit. I can't stand, like, you know, one thing I hate about shit, man. One thing I hate about AI is the whole we going like put some of the most strongest black figures that we've ever known, and we're gonna like dress them up as women or make them transformers and disguise the whole like that shit right there. What's going on? Shout out to the lovely Miss Joy in the building. Miss Joy, shout out to you, sister. You know, I don't know if you're here or not, but I would love to hear from you on this topic right here if you are there. You know what I mean? If not, you can go ahead and type in the chat. But I know you got a lot to say about this, but I'm just trying to figure this out. Where does this come from with this whole dynamic of the like, why are men moving like this? So now when we get, oh snap, I'm going to pull that back up. So when we get a whole bunch of people that actually look at us, right? Like we not really nothing, then I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Because we can't keep doing certain things and thinking that like we supposed to be looked at as like this truly strong, dominant. Like, have we been that throughout history? Are we still that? Absolutely. Are we displaying that side of us enough? No, that's where I am. I don't think we're displaying how we really should move. So I'm going to pull this video back up. Let me get this video back up on the screen, right? I'm glad you're still here, Auntie Joy. Now, I want you to look at this with me, beloved. Let's go ahead and see this right here. All right, so let's push play.
Is Kyle Lowry thick ass butt. This account shows up before Kyle Lowry's official Twitter.
Look at how other races see us, though. You think this Asian boy is the only one? You think he the only one? Hold on, I'm trying to push play.
It's cooked, man.
I think it's the Booty Bandit.
Coochie man, it's the Booty Bandit. I'ma dive in the booty and I always land it. Ooh, the booty hot.
Turn this off, man. Like this is his fan edit. People using BBL, Drizzy, and all of his mixes, man. Like this has gone too far. But I want to circle back to SGA because I feel like he's a really great example of how these guys can change. I mean, he went from dressing like this to this. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not impossible. All right, this is a sign. This is light at the end of the tunnel. And the only thing I can really compare this to are the outfits that your favorite NBA players used to wear. Because in the early 2010s, Russell Westbrook was looking like this. Everybody was rocking the fake glasses back in the day. Don't lie, you were doing it too. I was doing it as well, man. He just looks different. Look at LeBron here, man. He looks like a Le Painter, Le Oil Pastel, Le Bonjour. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just look different back in the day. I still think some of these GQ poses are absolutely insane, though. Like, who told them to wear these pants?
All right. So my point is, my main point in everything I was showing on them videos right there. Look at that shit. Look at how they look at us. You smell me now? Now.
With Expedia, the more Ken travels.
What I want to do is, I got a main event that I want to talk about. This right here is something real salty, real juicy. And I want to figure out, you know, is the sister wrong for how she thinks? Does she really have a point in how she sees it? Or is dad right? Or should we say stepdad? Now, the reason why I love this video, because I believe this is a perfect example of when we talk about not being a stepfather, right? Now, I don't agree with necessarily not being a stepfather because I don't have anything to say about what somebody chooses to be in their own damn life, right? But I want to play this video. This one right here definitely I've seen a lot of circumstances in life like this, right? I've seen a lot of circumstances in life like this. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so my YouTube is acting a little slow. Y'all forgive me. I'm working this out. We struggle streaming. Have mercy. Hold on, Miss Joy. I promise you. Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this one right here. All right, so here we go. And a lot of y'all, I think y'all know this guy who's her stepdad. So this guy, he's famous on YouTube. I don't know his name, but a lot of people do. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey everyone, I guess I should finally speak on this because I'm the stepdaughter. The one whose stepfather refused to pay for my wedding because I wanted my actual father to walk me down the aisle.
So, for the record, this whole story is about that exactly, just to give you a prefix on it, okay? That is the stepdaughter. You're about to see the famous content creator who's the stepfather. And he said, I'm not paying for the wedding because I took care of you all these years. And you want your real dad to walk you down the aisle? How dare you? Is she wrong for that? Or is he being overzealous? Let's go ahead and listen to a little bit more. Let's see what we got right here.
What? That's the same response I had, Chris, when I came across this. I think that's the response a stepfather had also. But anyway, let's get into the story of this stepfather that refused to pay for his daughter's wedding because his daughter wanted her actual father to walk her down the aisle. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
Let's get it. Let's
YouTube's
get it.
back with another one. And today, y'all, it's nothing to it. Young lady tell her part of the story, and then we're going to come back and we're going to let the father tell his side of the story.
Get your popcorn ready.
Hey everyone, I guess I should finally speak on this because I'm the stepdaughter. The one whose stepfather refused to pay for my wedding because I wanted my actual father to walk me down the aisle. Let me start with this. I know people in the comments think I'm ungrateful or spoiled or whatever, but this is my father. Flawed, yes. Inconsistent, yes. But he's still my father.
Wait a minute. Let's just stop there. And the reason why this one hits home for me so much because, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm actually in this position. I am the real father, and my daughter, she only calls me dad. The other guy is her mother's husband, which is given respect because he's an adult, right? He is her mother's husband. You see what I'm saying? But the aspect of who dad is, I'm not locked up for life and I'm not under the ground. So you only have one father. I don't care how much you pay for something, how much you do this, do that, you will never be able to replace lineage and bloodline. A person, I'm telling you, there is something about I gotta figure out where I came from, who I truly am. That shit gonna hit. It's nothing you can do to stop them from that. Nothing. Let's keep on rocking out. Hold on. What you say, Auntie Joy? I got you, beloved. Hold on. What she say? Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, Mr. Wesley daughter. Yeah, y'all know. Okay, you hip. I know you in the circle. I know you in the mix, Auntie Joy. I know you hip. You got all the damn tea. Let me get some sleepy time and let me get some lemon zinger, please. Sleepy time and lemon zinger. Because Auntie Joy got all that tea. I did not know she was. Yeah. She's the stepdaughter, right? So this whole story is about so we're gonna listen to both sides. He don't want to pay for the wedding. He don't want to pay for the wedding because you want your real father. So you know the whole he wasn't there for you. I did everything for you. That don't have nothing to do with the fact of still, regardless, there are just innate factors in her. She's going to want to know, where do I come from? It's something about going back to your lineage. Don't we got all of this talk about you need to figure out your history? We don't know where we come from. Well, then, black man, Black woman, why would you try to stop somebody from figuring out and or getting well connected to where they truly come from? Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for doing what you did. That don't have nothing to do with true lineage. I may have certain quality factors. I'm trying to figure out, why do I have all of this, but my stepsisters and stuff, my stepbrothers, I don't connect with none of them when it comes to this and when it comes to that. That's because you're just not them. You see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get back to the video. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 11:03 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all for tuning in and watching. Let's go ahead and get back to the coffee, because, or hot cocoa, should I say? Because I can't say tea. That I just don't feel right saying it.
And no one can ever replace that. Life is short, and I didn't want to look back on my wedding day and regret not us both being there. And no one can ever replace that. Life is short. Life is short, and I didn't want to look back at my wedding day and regret not giving both of us that moment. My husband actually said it first. Babe, your real dad should walk you down the aisle. And that hit me. Like, yeah, he should. For everything he didn't do, that's still my dad.
Do you all agree? Please, somebody, I don't care who you are. I see y'all out here. I see the numbers. God dang it. Y'all out here watching in the chat. Do you all agree with that? Should, like exactly what the husband said, your real father should walk you down the aisle. So let's just say it was an in and out dad throughout your life. You got a stepdad that stepped up. He was solid throughout your years, blah, blah, blah. He was there for the graduation, everything else, right? He probably even took you to the daddy-daughter dance and everything else. But one day you're about to get married. And now that you're older, you're actually reconnecting with your real father, because now you're an adult. So any and everything that mom might have tried to tell you or anybody else about your father, you're able to go seek the information for yourself. So now that you're seeking this, now that you've sought out the information for yourself, you've had the opportunity to drive your own car. You ain't had to worry about mom taking you. You're an adult. You can go see your father. You can go get the truth and the answers. And then you find out, nah, baby girl, I always loved you. I've always been right here. I ain't never gone nowhere. Nah, this was the circumstance, X, Y, and Z, right? We all know the stories, right? So I just want to know, like, is that wrong? What you got? What you got, Auntie Joy? Let me see. Oh, no. I read that one. So let me see. I think whatever your heart desires for that day is what you should go with. You know what? You being a woman and a wife, I'm going to take that, because there are just certain aspects as a man I'm just not going to be able, because I'm just saying, as far as like whatever you think, like again, when you say, I think whatever your heart desires on that day. Now, I'm just thinking though, see, this is my thing. Even though your heart desires that, is it disrespectful? You see what I'm saying? Are you not paying homage to the one who actually took care of you? I don't know. What you got? Shout out, nigga. Depends on how I feel about him and the reason he wasn't around as much. That's deep as shit. Nah, that's real deep. That's real deep. Okay. Depending on how, okay. All right. Because you know what? It is, again, I'm going to go back to what the word says. It says in there, honor thy mother and father. But it also says in there, somewhere along there, a little bit after or before or so, I don't know which direction, parents do not incite your children into wrath. All right. So like how you said right here, depends on how I feel. If that parent incited you into wrath, if they were never there for you, if they were in and out, if they let you down, if they disappointed you, right? Sold Christmas gifts, all the stories we know about, right? Abuse, everything else. If they incite you into wrath, then honestly, you do not owe that person as an elder any respect, biblically speaking. biblically speaking. You already know. Shout out. You already know. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's rock out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 11:08 p.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful spring Thursday evening. Let's go.
Still the man whose DNA I carry. And one moment doesn't erase the damage, but it does mean something to me. And yes, I did tell my stepfather he could walk me down the aisle. I'm not gonna lie. I did say that. And at the time, it felt right. He's been there for me for years. School, rides, money, everything. He was stable when my dad wasn't. So yeah, I said it. But after talking with my fiance, I realized I wanted something different. And I should have told my stepdad. Yes, I should have pulled him aside. But I didn't know how to say it without hurting him. So it slipped out at the dinner table. And yeah, that was wrong. I'm gonna take the blame for that. But I'm not apologizing for wanting my real father to be there at my wedding. And everyone keeps talking about it.
No. Anybody, look, I'm just gonna say it, ladies. I'm saying it how it is. I personally know how y'all are. And that moment of feeling good or that moment of even pressure, Lord knows how much we don't know how much he was grilling her. You know what I'm saying? On some pressure. So, like, she probably said it either out of under duress or out of just in the moment. I can promise you, it's one of the two. When she said that, it was either under duress and she didn't want to disappoint him. Like, let's really think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women, they want to people please. They don't want nobody to be upset. I don't want you to be mad at me. I want to say, look, society tells me I'm supposed to tell you what, you know, it's going to make you happy. Do I really feel that way? No. And I talked about that earlier. You smell me now? Let's go ahead and get to it.
Like, everybody keeps talking about the money like I was trying to use him, but I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. I'm just used to him being there. He's never told me no. He paid for school, my car.
If he, as a man who comes into your life as a stepfather, and as they say, I'm not the stepfather, I'm the father who stepped up. So if you the father who stepped up, can't nobody ever try to like make any of them kids or that woman feel any way about anything. You're the father who stepped up. You took on the responsibility. You went on ahead, and that's why you feel some kind of way, because she don't want you to walk her down the aisle. Like, let's just come on. Let's just keep that a thou wow. Let's go.
Everything I needed. So was I wrong for thinking that he'd help with the wedding too? He's always helped me. I thought that he wanted to. I wasn't thinking about money. I was thinking about my wedding and how I dreamed that it would look. And that's on me. I should have thought deeper, and I should have seen how it made him feel, but I wasn't trying to use him. And breaking up with my mom over it,
He broke up with her mom over that? I ain't even know that. See, I need to look a little bit more into this story because it's the only clip I got. I didn't even know all of that. But let's just be for real. When it comes to shit, damn, man. I just thought about that. All right. So when it comes to you actually saying that you love her, whatever her wishes are, I could have sworn the number one thing that men knew about weddings is it's all about the bride. Let's just be for real, fellas. Let's just be for real, right? It is our day too. It's a very, very huge day for the both of us, but let's just keep it all the way a thou wow. Man, that day is about that woman. Like, as far as who is mentally, spiritually, and everything investing the most of themselves into that, that's that woman. That's that woman. Us as the men, we have a position of, here we go. I am getting ready to take care of this individual in every vessel. I mean, in every human that comes out of her vessel for the rest of my life. And no matter how rough it gets, I'm going to be right there by this person's side. At least that's how it's supposed to go. Okay. I understand that we got stories where that ain't the happy ending. I'm just saying how that's supposed to go. But when it comes to like really taking that step forward, I do believe a lot more women get cold feet more than men. Why? Because women are usually more indecisive. Now, ladies, you tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? When I say that women are usually more indecisive than men, usually it takes y'all a little bit longer to shop than us. Why? Because we usually go and we know what we want. Y'all usually go and look for what you want. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead, keep on listening.
Understand that part. My mom didn't pressure me. She didn't force anything, any of this. She helped me plan. She supported me. How was she supposed to tell me not to invite my father, even though that's what I wanted? She just wanted me to be happy, her daughter. I'm not trying to bash him. I just wanted to come online and give my side. I love my stepfather, I really do. But I love my father too, even with all his mistakes. And on my wedding day, I chose what my heart would want. And if that makes me wrong, then okay. But I'm not gonna apologize for wanting my dad to want me down the aisle. That's it. And that's all.
That's good.
First off, before we go any further, shouts out to Kevin West from the audience, like everybody's in that, and you know how he.
So here's.
So
Imagine being able to build.
All right, so now let's go ahead and get to it. Now, I was just fast forwarding, like bump all that. Like, let's just go ahead and get to it, right? So let me go ahead and get through this commercial, right? And let's listen to now what he has to say as a stepdad. All right, so let's listen to. Shoot, God dang it, the name is in my chat somewhere. Wesley, Mr. Wesley. There we go. See, that's how far behind I am on this. I should have done more research, but I just found it very compelling to speak about it because I actually kind of have a firsthand, experience, but not really to this degree because, my daughter, she know that. Like, like, don't, what I'm saying? Ain't nothing replacing that. Like, no bull. What? More indecisive. There we go. Thank you for that. And I appreciate it. Let's keep on rocking out. Let me go ahead and pull this video back up. Let's listen. Now let's listen to what dad has to say. Now, ladies, I want y'all to take it easy on them. Fellas, I want y'all to go ahead and assess it properly because I'm going to. I want to know, because I'm listening to it fresh. Is he going to be over the top or is he really justified and how he feels? Okay, so that's what we're gauging. Is he being extra or is he justified in how he feels? Let's keep on rocking out. Oh, hold on. I'm glad I got it on mute, so I don't got to worry about. All right, let's go ahead and go. Here we go.
I'm the sucker from the Am I the Asshole for refusing to pay for my daughter's wedding post, okay? Reddit wouldn't allow me, their moderators wouldn't allow me to post an update. So here's for you guys who wanted an update on this, okay? The reason I refused to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding is because she lied to me and said I would walk her down the aisle, but instead she told her in-laws at dinner while I was present that she actually wanted her deadbeat father to walk her down the aisle.
Is he wrong for saying that? Is he justified? No. Real talk. I want to know. How do y'all feel about that? Let's say that you're the stepmother that's been there and the deadbeat stepmother never was there. Let's take it there, ladies. Let's take it there. Just to make it all the way around the board, right? I'm just saying, like, would you actually feel some kind of way? Because you as the stepmom who took care of them kids since they was like 3-4 years old, they now like 23, 24, 25 years old, getting married 30 plus and everything else, and you the one that's been there the whole time, would you feel some kind of way? What? He doesn't owe her anything. He not a why? He's the father that stepped up. A lot of her success would not be if it wasn't for him. Maybe possibly we don't know how much he's guided her. And she even acknowledged it. She acknowledged. So it's not about being blood. It's about actually how much of an impact that person had. But then when it comes down to it, it's also about the factor of how I feel about it. When it comes to my actual bloodline, my actual lineage. So she's battling between who took care of me and who's my lineage. She's fighting between security and safety over bloodline, which is something that's innate. Let's keep on rocking out. Let's listen to more to what he got to say.
Now, my fiance claimed that he's apparently verbally abusive and refused to pay child support. And a lot of shit has happened since then. So we got a lot to talk about. Now, I probably should have mentioned this in my previous post, but I had nothing to do with the planning of the wedding, nor did I want to plan the wedding. It was all my fiance and stepdaughter's planning.
It usually is. That's nothing new. Generally, when it comes to wedding men, we're just really expected to kind of pay our end on shit and show up, be on time, and don't cheat before the goddamn night of the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's primarily like, yeah, that sounds typical. Let's go.
Well, a lot of you guys have been concerned about the price of the wedding, okay? And you made me concerned. So some of you guys have asked about it. And so I asked my fiance about the planning of the wedding. And I came to the conclusion that from asking her that I've just been a check to my fiance and stepdaughter this entire time. Now, the planning, the actual wedding itself, it costs $40K, which I understood because there are over 400 plus guests, okay? But the rest of it was $160,000 spent on a honeymoon to Dubai.
You said he don't owe her nothing. Do you still feel that way? $60K for the wedding, another $140 to go to Dubai. 9 times out of 10 for a good old week, everything, all expenses included. You know what I'm saying? Travel back and forth, accommodations, the whole nine. Do you still feel the same way, ma'am? Okay. All right. So listen, I'm actually starting to get a little bit of a overstanding and understanding on why this guy may feel as salty as he does. I ain't gonna lie. If you about to pay that much damn money, I didn't know he was about to drop that kind of bag. Yeah, that right there, I would feel some kind of way too. I would feel some kind. What would you say? Hold on. Let dad pay since you want let dad pay since you want him to walk you down. I don't hold on. Let dad pay since no, but what if listen, the fact is it's already been kind of spoken about, it's been hinted towards. He said deadbeat. Now, I'm not even going to say that's what he's been because for real, we all know when you the new dude coming in, you going to say all kinds of whatever. You know what I'm saying? To try to discredit that man that was there before, even if he is an awesome dad. I am fully hip to that mode, right? My whole thing is like, how do you know what I'm saying, actually see it that way? Like, let dad pay. Nah. If dad don't have the money, because at the end of the day, who's it about? Now, I want you to think about this even when you say that. Let dad pay since he want to walk her down the aisle. Is it dad's day? Is it his day? Whose day is it? Huh? So now that we've already, with a no-brainer know that whose day it is, who should get the ultimate choice in how everything goes? And if you've done everything to take care of this girl from whatever point in life to now, why would you go ahead and say, I'm now going to retract that because you want your real biological dad to walk you down the aisle? Absurd. Absolutely absurd. That means that everything you was doing, it wasn't out of genuine pure love, because even in this moment, you would still operate in genuine pure love, which is selfless, not selfish. You smell me now? What you say, Auntie Joy? It's exactly. It's the couple's day. Come on now. Y'all already know. Yeah, exactly. It's the couple's day. Like, let's get it right. So when I hear people, get to talking in the sense of like, hey, no, it should be about me. It should be about me. No, well, I took care of her. Well, I actually donated my sperm to bring her into existence. Yeah, well, you donated your sperm and left her. I took care of her. Yeah, well, you know what? You wouldn't have had her to take care of if it wasn't for me donating my sperm. God damn it. You smell me now? So then all we get is a whole bunch of circle jerk of some
Black Air Force energy.
and nobody wins. Nobody wins. Okay? And all you do is wind up messing up baby girl's day. I've dated women who the father was still active. And one thing, listen, I never forget one time. I remember she was going off on the father of her child, right? Was going off on him. What? Hold on. You say what? I'm gonna feel salty and not want to pay. Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. And you know what? You're not wrong for saying that you wouldn't even want to pay. You ain't wrong for that, shout. You ain't wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I remember one time, was talking real greasy about that. And I'm one of them. I'm like, because I'm a dad myself, right? I'm also not with the mother of my child. So I'm just one of them dudes that's like, I don't like that. I'm like, look, I try to change the subject and stuff like that. Like, I don't want you talking bad about the father of your child. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about like how you approach that type of shit. If you approach situations and circumstances like that where you real disrespectful, you real greasy, and you want some separational stuff, you know what you're doing? You're not actually for that child. I may be in your life, but you know what? I didn't come into this life that I'm in of yours now as the kid because I wanted to be your stepdad. No, I came into this life of yours because subsequently I want to date your mama. I'm saying it how it is. I love your mama. And because I love your mama, everything attached to your mama, I'm going to go ahead, love, and appreciate as well. All the way down to if she has a dog, a cat, whatever. I don't care. Oh, okay, that's rough, that's whoever. Yep, they family too. That's son, that's my niece, that's whoever. That's cuzzo, everything else. Your brothers become my brothers, your sisters become my sisters. That's how it's supposed to be when you talk about integrating. What? I can I ain't mad at you, shout. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's listen. I know y'all want to get back to it. Let's do it.
And in this list of people, it had my fiance, her sister's family, my stepdaughter, her man, along with his family. And this invitation disgusted me. Her deadbeat fucking father. At that point, I went ballistic. I never agreed to pay for no honeymoon, only for a fucking wedding. And the money was supposed to be for the newlyweds. And my fiance said this so calmly and expected me to be okay with it. You understand? Paying for somebody else's holidays. How can she say this shit so calmly to invite a man that she claimed who refused to pay child support and said he was verbally fucking abusive? You understand?
Because the fact is that people have moments in life. I don't know the full details of it, but I don't know how long ago that was. Was that in a time where this man maybe was abusing drugs or alcohol, and now he has actually been truly sober and has corrected his life? My point is that I don't think we give grace to people who actually take time to turn their life around. I don't think we do. So it's like we so quick to like throw something on somebody. And the reason why I'm saying the grace and mercy is because isn't that what all of us talk about that we want no matter what book you read when it comes to whatever religion or spirituality that you consist of? Isn't it something called repentance? Right? And my whole thing is that the reason why I say that is because now I get it. We have terms and sayings like once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a thief, always a thief. Once a deadbeat, always a deadbeat. You know, I was once a criminal. I'm not that no more. I genuinely see the errors of my ways. I actually have had strenuous exile for me to be able to recognize the error of my flaws and my ways. I've gone through a lot of shit to recognize where I am today and why I am and how far like, honestly, I say it all the time. I could be so much further if it wasn't for the fact that I did this, and that. You smell me now? Like, this is just me kind of opening up a little bit, right? Man, them thoughts go through my mind. So to say to yourself, nah, I ain't agree to pay for this. I ain't agree to pay for that. What was your motive from day one? I'm going to say this to land it, and I'm going to push play. What was your motive from day one? When it came to you saying, I'm going to look out for you, take care of you, did it really have everything to do with, I'm just doing this because I have it to give, and all I want to do is just see the best for you? Or was it, nah, I'm doing this because one day when you get older, if ever that moment come, I'm going to need my props. You really need your props and shit? Do you need it to be said? Or do you not recognize that the reason why maybe she's a woman, even in the position to be capable of getting married, the simple fact that maybe how you raised her, you know, you assisted in raising her, is the reason why a man even desires to want to be with her. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You got to have it all. You got to have it all on her day. Come on now. Let's go.
So I lost my cool, needless to say. I told her that her and her daughter took advantage of me and my money, and they were selfish, especially to leave their 2 young daughters alone with me. I work more than 40 plus hours a week on my business. You understand? I don't know where she got the idea to invite her family the way she did, and the dude actually tried to lay his hands on me years ago. He lucky he's alive today. You understand? So anyway, I told her, you and your daughter got 7 days to get out of my house. Get your shit and get out. And she started this circus.
What? Man, stop, man. Go ahead with this shit, dog. Stop playing, bro.
Act. But there was no going back. I started the process of moving forward. I changed all of my card pins so no more of my money could be usurped from me. And I began the refund process. I contacted all the venues. They were actually really nice. But it'll take a couple of working days, maybe a week or so, for me to get my refund. Now, for the tickets to Dubai, let's just say I'm a lucky, because they actually gave me the refund for the tickets, which was $75,000, okay? Now, the tickets were unused, and that brought excitement to me. Now, it hurt thinking about how these people who haven't worked as hard as me thought it would be a good idea to use my hard-earned money on first-class tickets to Dubai.
Hey, Shanika, if you still there, I just gave you a wrench. Beloved. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought I did already give you one. So you got a wrench. Shanika. All right, you a mod over here. You a mod. Let's go.
My fiance told her daughter that I refunded the wedding, and she didn't take it well at all. I won't go into too much detail about that, but because I've talked long enough. But I was petty, and I told her that your real dad can pay for it. This has been
Yes. You know what? That was, I got you. You already know, fam. You already know. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all on y'all side, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's supposed to be reciprocated. That's what we do. All right, so look, I don't give a shit about anything else he said. I'm glad that he said that. I was being petty. All right, so watch this. You do realize that one little statement out of everything you've said thus far just nullified everything. Once you said I was being petty, what else is there to say? I've been saying that since you first started talking. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's listen more.
A shit show of the last few months. I can't see my 2 young children every day now, and I've lost my fiance.
No,
but that's okay.
Hold on.
But the good news is I got a son who's 25 who
Hold on, because I'm gonna play that back just a little bit. I just wanted to say, of course you're not mad at him, Shanika, for not being petty as fuck, because your ass ain't shit either. I ain't shit. We ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude, because we're all dudes. I get it. All right. Let's go ahead and get on back to this goddamn. Because I'm just letting you know right now. I already know where you coming from. How do I know where you coming from? Because sometimes I just wake up and I feel like,
Because I hate you coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
go ahead and get back to it. Shout out to the family.
that your real dad can pay for it. This has been a shit show of the last few months. I can't see my 2 young children every day now, and I've lost my fiance.
You goddamn right, Petty Mayonnaise. Goddamn right.
Say, but that's okay. But the good news is I got a son who's 25 who just had a baby who chose to give his son my surname. At least that's showing some appreciation for me. You understand? At least somebody appreciates me.
Hey, bruh, let me just go ahead and help you out, because I'm going to be honest with you, my G. At this point, to me, I'm just going to tell you where I'm at with it. You sounding like a whining ass nigga, dog. You sound like a whining ass man. I'm going to say you why. If you've been a father long enough, I've been one for 18 years now. Shout out to my baby girl. Made me an 18-year-old dad. That's right. That's right. Proud dad in the building. You smell me now? I ain't been shit. Father's Day ain't shit. Don't we recognize that? You sitting up here really expecting to get something that the greatest of fathers don't get. Listen, I'm talking about biological dads that are there. We don't get that shit. Nigga, you's a stepdad. And you really trying to claim some shit that we don't get as biological fathers who are there? Stop playing with me. I taught my daughter how to shoot a goddamn ball off the top of a goddamn bottle cap. Then I taught her how to shoot the bottle cap off of the top without knocking over the bottle. Don't make me show you that video again. Push a 7 in the chat if you want to see it later on. Anyway, listen, I'm just saying. Bruh, you're complaining about some shit that honestly, majority of men, anybody who knows, the most sacrificial thing that you can do as a man is sacrifice your credibility. I'm going to say that again. The most sacrificial thing you can do as a man is to sacrifice your credibility. You need to know that you're not going to get the credit that you really, truly deserve majority of the time. That shit just not going to be there. I don't like that it's not there. I'm not a fan of that shit. You smell me now? But do we go ahead and say, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example. My daughter, I think around when she turned like 15, it was between the age of like 15 and like 17. It was like a good 2-year span, right? When I tell you, oh man, what? That's right. I was Petty LaBelle. Like, shh, though, on mothers. You want to know why? Because I would tell her, when you get home from school, call me. Just give me a call, because I just want to holler at you real quick and I want to know about your day. Do you want to know what I was told? I'm too busy, Dad. No, you not. I cut this phone off. Stop playing with me. So I went on ahead and I'm talking to my kid, and what made me feel some kind of way, the reason why I was really in my, I was really in my shoulder pads about that shit. my shoulder pads was heavy because I'm like, I'm asking you to just give me a call real quick. But you know what? Even though she chose to just text me and I'm like, stop texting me. I said, I want to hear your voice. Stop playing with me. You know what she did? She kept on texting me. Then one day she texted me and she said, Dad, I need some new stock, soccer stuff. I need some cleats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She need to pay for some things for soccer. Do you think I denied my child of that money because my demandments? I demanded my child, my teenage child, I demanded her to call me. No, she didn't do it. Did I stop providing because she didn't call me? No. I was just salty as shit while providing. That's just what it came down to. I didn't stop providing. I didn't cut her off because she not moving how I want her to move. And I especially can't do that considering me and her mother have always been the type we have raised our child to. We want you to learn yourself. We want you to respect authority, and you will respect authority, which she does. She does. But I also have to recognize that I remember being 15. I remember being 16 years old. I can't sit up here and act like I don't know what it's like to be in that position. I remember being exiled from my parents for a little bit because I was finding myself. I was curing myself. I was developing me. I was figuring out what direction in life, what do I want to be? What's my purpose and everything else. I remember those days. You smell me now. But simultaneously, to go ahead before I landed, play the video, I still never like said to myself, and even my parents during my rebellious stage. Shout out to my father, and I'm gonna land it on this part. I don't care through being locked up, through me going through like drug issues, everything. That man never stopped loving me. He never stopped loving me. Did he distance himself at times? Why? Yeah. You want to know why? It wasn't to punish me. It was to heal him because he couldn't take seeing his son in such a downtrodden state, considering he didn't raise me that way. Listen, where I am right now is because of my upbringing. It's because of I had people in my corner who never gave up on me, even when I thought they did. You smell me now? So for you to go ahead and be so petty as to say, I now not want to pay for the wedding because you don't want me to walk you down the aisle. At weddings, they also give like the bride and the groom like the microphone and let them talk. How she's not about to give the most heartfelt story about you? You ain't even give that shit a chance. Did you think about that part? Did you think about when they give them the microphone before we say, okay, everybody DJ play the music, and now the couple is on the floor dancing in the middle and the cake is being smashed in the face and everything else? Did you not think about the speech in which Lord knows what she would have said on your behalf? And I know she would have said something grand and spectacular because she even gave you your flowers and your crown on this part in which she spoke about earlier. She didn't deny you. She did not deny what it is that you did. She said when my father was not stable, he was the one that was stable. He was the one that was there taking care of things. Let's go.
But I'm telling you, man, I'll never do this again. I was played, and I didn't go into even half of all the things.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was going to let it play until somebody typed in my chat that they want to start a fight at the wedding. So you want to start a fight. That's what you want to do. You want to start a fight. Nah, ain't no shrugging shoulders, nothing. You want to start a fight. That's why you put the shrugging shoulders at the end. You know damn well that shit ain't going to work. Stop playing with me.
That they spent money on. You understand? But that's for all of you guys asking for an update. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.
I don't know what Kevin do for a living, but they was trying to have a wedding of the year off Kevin pockets, man. But That whole vacation at Dubai, that wasn't going to happen right now anyway. You was going to get your money back for that Dubai vacation, especially right now. But
listen, this my thing. This my thing, right? All right. This my thing. Before we get to our last little John. I just want to know, is he wrong? That's all I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like him saying, because I've been there for you all this time, I should be the one to walk you down the aisle. I'm going to say he ain't wrong, but that nigga is definitely Petty LaBelle. Now, I ain't no little bit nothing. That nigga Petty LaBelle. Like shit, though. like y'all gotta really think about that, man. Like that's real credit to go ahead and like go about shit in that fashion. Like I'm not even with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact is that you also do just have to, you know, pay respect to the fact of whatever this man has contributed in your kid's life, you do have to recognize it, but you don't have to be cool with him. I ain't cool with my mother of my child's husband at all. We ain't cool. I just made it very clear. She calls me dad. That's it. I don't give a damn what else. You ain't putting your hands on her. If it's really a problem, you call me, right? You smell me now. Like if it's really an issue about something, call her father. I'm right here. And that happens, and it definitely works. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Yeah. So now I want to go ahead, you know, just for that inspirational aspect of life before we get ready to get up out of here. This was very, very interesting to me. So a lot of people are very confused and they wonder about, you know, the capabilities when it comes to a person like myself. Right. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm not going to have this model because my circumstance is below the knee. So it's different. His is above the knee. All right. So I want y'all to recognize that. So whenever you learn about it, they also have, you know, if let me see something here. Oh, snap. Let me add it to the stage. Hold on. Is it? There we go. Hold on. Let me add it to the, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So let me do this right here. If y'all can see. So his is above the knee, right? I'm below the knee. Okay. But I want us to look at the magnificent works and how much when people say, oh, damn, well, shit just might not be good because of this and that. We are in 2026, and I was speaking about it. Matter of fact, I think, yeah, shout out to Drip, shout out to Nika. You know what I'm saying? When I was over there a little bit earlier, and I was talking about how shit, I am so thankful that I'm in a country where I can get the benefits that I can get, all the way down to things like this, right? So let's go ahead and let's look at this video, and let's look at how amazing technology is today.
It's probably one of my favorite features. Did you hear that? Let me do it one more time. And although visually this may look the same, it almost feels like my leg is trying to catch up with me, almost like a sort of a stutter step. So I personally just couldn't use this. It just wouldn't feel as fluid when I'm taking a step every single time that I walk. The same could even be said for my running blade. What if I wore this 24/7 compared to my actual walking?
You see that movement? You see the movement? Like, you know, folks still moving, folks still going.
Prosthetic. And the biggest reason is safety. Anytime that I take a step and let's say someone's walking in front of me and I need to quickly stop, this prosthetic will slow it down with the hydraulic. When I try and do that with this, oh God. Let's say I'm walking in a busy area and someone stops in front of me. This prosthetic doesn't have a hydraulic and will not be able to slow me down if I misstep. And then on top of that, my running blade needs to be a little bit taller than my walking prosthetic because every single time that I land on my running blade, it'll.
And that is very true. So for the surgery that I'm going into on Monday is to get that whole process going. It doesn't have the hydraulic. It doesn't have the neurological hydraulic. Now, it's something called, you can look it up for yourself. It's called K3. It's called K3, right? So K3, that's a specific form of prosthetic that they give, right? So I'm getting K3, which is very advanced. Now, right here, if you look around where the knee area is on this one, right? You see where that black circle is inside the silver? That's supposed to be like the knee, right? And it doesn't have a hydraulic, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't function the same as when he puts the other one on that's on the floor, the one that looks like Iron Man, right? So let's go ahead and let's look at this right here. Let's see what we got.
It'll almost sink in just a little bit. So we kind of have to find that sweet spot on the balance of how tall it actually needs to be. The biggest difference between these
That's a fact. You got to find that sweet spot. That's a fact.
two is the knee joint itself. This one is battery powered, has a hydraulic and a microprocessor, and this one doesn't have any technology at all, which is why it's more unsafe. It's probably one of my favorite features.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at this one as well. Hold on, we ain't done real quick. Let me go right here. And boom. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Look at Shorty right here. Look at Shorty right here. Goddamn music. Yeah, look at that. Play it back again. Look at that. But look at how smooth the walk is. Look at how smooth that walk is. That's real smooth. See, I still got a slight limp in mine. I got I gotta get it all the way in. Don't worry, I will be doing some videos and some things like that nature when y'all want to see. And last but not least, before we get ready to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, call it evening. Let me see. Hold on. Then I got one more for you. Where cuz at? Hold on. Right here. Boom. See? So I'm like more on that level. You see how his is kind of like limp? You see how it ain't as smooth as Shorty was? You see that slight limp? That's kind of right around. That's kind of right around where I'm getting to. You see? So that's what I'm working on. You know, I'm just trying to smooth out the walk to make it so like you can't even tell regardless. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to the family. But just to go ahead and recap on some things before we get ready to get up out of here. So of course, we were talking about the NBA and all of the crazy
Planning to publish your book?
Oh
You
shit.
could reach
My bad. Absolutely super zesty stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because we getting ready to go ahead and call it a night. But yeah, I mean, I was absolutely like wild out. I was like really like I felt some kind of way the day that I realized that basketball players, you know what I'm saying, will come to a game and somehow or another they felt it was okay to, you know what I'm saying, dress like a whole woman. Then we go ahead and we go to the next video that we were talking about for the evening, just for the recap. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the stepdaughter and the stepfather. You know what I'm saying? And how much that really was an impact on her life. You know what I'm saying? So looking at that, that was something that absolutely was amazing.
Please
Because
speak on
why?
this because I'm
A lot of us are in that position. You smell me now? All right. And then, of course, last but not least, you know what I'm saying? We had to go ahead and recap on absolutely the miracles of life, which is those who walk on prosthetics and those who have been through horrific situations in life, even if it's not a prosthetic. We need to remember pain is pain. A struggle is a struggle. A hurdle is a hurdle. It doesn't matter if you didn't go through what I went through or what somebody else went through. Whatever you were able to overcome that you thought the end, it was the end of what end of the world of, that's what's most important. Like, you know, people try to compare trauma, and that's what we got to stop doing. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you were shot in the head and lived, or if you just had to overcome a drug addiction. Struggle is struggle. All right. So always keep that in mind. Always remember that, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you go through, hold on 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Just always know that whatever you go through, you know what I'm saying? What? You gotta find. I gotta find what? The My Buddy song? You gotta find the My Buddy song. Made about how there are too many jealous in it. Shit, man, look, leave that man alone, okay? He played for the Wizards. I think he's still with us. I don't know if he is. If he's not there, I don't get two shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude, wild, man. Absolutely out of this world crazy. But nah, real talk though. So just a quick recap, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting up out of here. Y'all need to make sure that y'all keep in mind how you treat yourself, how you treat other people. Always keep your mind sharp, so that way you can cut down the obstacles that come your way. You're going to have people that's going to want to try to tear you the F down. Do you pay attention to it, or do you focus on your goal and your purpose? I don't know. You tell me which one it is. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get to some dope ass tunes for the evening. Respect to the family.
Welcome to the lighthouse. Storm all around. I'm standing right now, sent from the cloud. They talking mine now, but I'm just fighting for my blood and my life. Yeah. Sent from the heaven, king on seven, trials on trials, still count blessings. Wait on the revelating, heart in heaven. I stay patient, I'm beyond the angels. I am mad, I bleed, I'm tangled. Sword on my back, axe on the strap. Go with the weight of the word in my lap. Touching my king, we doubling back. Pray with my palm, but I'm ready for that. Long South County king in that greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acre, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is great and the DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Long South County king, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Still waiting on revelation. Till then I'm in rotation. Hurting my chases, but I'm chasing. Turn my scars into statements. I don't need your stage or camera. I need these papers, hand and hammer. Still in my spine, still in my hands. Guarding my bloodline, holding this land. They can test, they can try, they can hate me. I've been forging a fire that will make me PG Ray. Lone Star in my vein. DMV on the map, say the name. Long Star Cooney Kings, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Don't talk Cooney King, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation.
My energy is mistaken for frustration, but really I'm a guy who sat back with observation and patience. Some of our thinking is outdated. Thank you for stopping by to say hi. Thank you, come imagine. And while you're gone, tell a friend to tell a friend, Smitty. Yes, we heard you, now go and smash the like button like a burger. Information I recruited, I got grace, my mic is muted. Mr. 7, I'm ghost.